A popular topic in wellness news is understanding and rebalancing the gut flora. As a result, there's also a lot of misinformation about parasites and bacteria. In this presentation, we'll discover some of the basics about healthy and unhealthy gut systems and digest a case for making or influencing a behavior change using marketing and behavioral science models. The mystery of the vanishing microbiomes. We have a mystery to solve. Scientists are finding that some of the microbiome species are vanishing. What's happened and where are they going? Let's start figuring out this mystery, and then we can begin to digest making the healthy changes. What do we need to know about these microbiomes? What do they do? And how can we understand why are they vanishing? To begin with, we need to do some reconnaissance or information gathering about me, my gut, and I, to make sure we understand the underlying details of this case. Clue number 1, me. This refers to the physical and mental aspect of a person, the body, the ego, being the mind. In other words, the physical attributes of a person. Clue number 2, my gut. This includes the digestion system, the immune system, the waste management system, and all the things that occur in that process. Clue number 3, I. This refers to our thoughts, our dreams, our intuition, our values, and yes, even the actions that result from our thoughts and dreams. Clue number 4, the me, my gut, and I connection. Have you ever had a gut-wrenching experience? Do certain situations make you feel nauseous? Have you ever felt butterflies in your stomach? We use expressions like this for a reason. The gastrointestinal tract is sensitive to emotion. Anger, anxiety, sadness, elation, all of these feelings and others can trigger symptoms in the gut. Clue number 5, putting the trio together. Did you realize that a huge proportion of your immune system is actually in your gastrointestinal or GI tract? Hippocrates, the father of medicine, says all diseases begin in the gut. To connect all 3 aspects of ourselves, me, my gut, and I, we need to look at how these 3 interact. A simple formula is to consider how our thoughts and emotions impact our digestion, which then impacts our physical selves. Clue number 6, where did the microbes go? Did you know, compared with the Americans' digestive tracts, the Yanomamis have about 50% more variety of microbes. There's some theories on that. Could be the water, clean water, and prevents the spread of infections, but it also prevents easy exchange of microbiomes. Antibiotics. They may wipe out some species that are then unable to replenish, because an antibiotic does not distinguish between the various microbiomes or bacteria. Germophobics. There's research that suggests it might reduce the immune support system. And dietary. Eating a diet of processed foods, increased sugar intake, lack of fiber, prevent digestion. Unresolved emotions and stress also inhibit the digestive system. If a healthy gut is key to a healthy immune system, then healthcare and wellness have a marketing mismatch. So how can we solve this mystery? Well, there's some tests out there that we can do to get a baseline assessment of what might be missing in our own gut flora. These include testing services, still very new, kind of like DNA testing. They may or may not tell us the whole picture. Colonics, it flushes out indigestible foods and bacteria that may help clear out the junk, but it may not necessarily replenish our gut flora. Detoxing also clears out the junk, but it may or may not replenish. And we have pre- and probiotics. This adds some beneficial bacteria. And eating fiber-rich foods may also add some beneficial bacteria. The curious case of digesting healthy change. Now that we have some information and we've gathered some clues, we might want to make some changes, perhaps add more intuition or more creativity, or more feelings of being alive. But how? Here's some food for thought. We learned that the immune system and the digestive system are connected to our emotions and intuition. What if our food choices are actually dulling not only our immune system, but also our gut instincts? What if our lifestyles and diets are impacting our intuition and creativity? What if what we're eating is actually making us and keeping us feeling like zombies? So how do we inspire and influence change, helping people go from non-compliance to embracing change? We essentially borrow from the marketing and behavioral sciences fields to harvest the right change. Be successful in your change by doing the right steps. Non-compliance is basically thinking about or denying that any change is necessary. Awareness gets you to the point of realizing that a change is probably a good idea. Planning is the stage where you're actually beginning to make the change. Not taking action, but doing all the planning, getting your support process or groups in place, getting the materials that you might need, changing the food out. Then acting is where you're really actually taking action. You are in the process of change. And managing happens after about 6 months of fairly consistent acting, where now you just need to make sure you keep yourself on board with maintaining the new behavior. So some steps that might help you get through this process are write down your pros and cons when you're thinking about changing. Find enough pros that outweigh the cons. Preparing for your journey is one of the most critical steps to a successful change. Gather the right elements and get rid of the wrong elements. Find a support group to help your journey be successful. Take the right action and be with the right people. So your mission, should you decide to accept, is, are you going to be the detective, the scientist, or the chronic offender? Let's try an experiment. Since we know our gut is very intuitive, let's tap into that intuition to learn about what foods are beneficial to our gut or not. To do this experiment, find an item of food. It could be in a package or whole. Then stand totally erect with your best posture and hold the item of food next to your navel. Silently ask your gut or yourself if that food is nourishing or beneficial to your body. You may notice your body swaying slightly forward or backward. That's your gut answering you. A forward sway indicates your body positively reacts to the food item. A backward sway indicates your body does not find the food item beneficial. No swaying at all may indicate a neutral reaction. So find something to hold to your gut and check for a reaction. Give your gut a life-changing experience. Thanks for listening. Here were some of the resources I used when putting together this presentation.